Hey there Bakugan fans, welcome back to Bakumentary, your go-to show for competitive Bakugan Pro news, gameplay, deck profiles, and more. I'm your host, RoboSensei, and on today's Part 1 episode, we're going to be discussing all of the brand new card types, clarifications, implementations, and important things to note about 2020's Quarter 1 expansion, Armored Elite. All of the new keyword mechanics will be covered in Part 2, which I hope to get out by next week. First off, I'd like to address something you may have noticed that was different in the intro and on the title card, which is Bakugan Pro. Bakugan Pro is the new branding title for any Bakugan products focused on the TCG aspect of the Bakugan line. This includes booster packs, starter sets, card collections, and any possible TCG accessories in the future, such as deck boxes. At its core, Bakumentary was always intended to be purely focused on the competitive side of the TCG, and that will still be the focus of the content I make for the future of this channel. A clarification that I would like to assure all of my viewers about is that the new Bakugan toys and cards, while having brand new features and mechanics, are not replacing your Year 1 collection at all. Everything you've collected over the course of the last year through the Battle Planet line will still be legal for competitive play throughout 2020 and will most certainly still be viable, so have no worries about your collection becoming invalidated. Moving on, we can showcase some of the quality of life improvements and clarification efforts Bakugan has made that are first being implemented in the Armored Alliance series. First off is going to be the return of attribute symbols being printed on all Bakugan. This serves as an additional identification tool to help recognize Bakugan, as well as being a way to clarify a Bakugan's faction in the case of a custom decorated Bakugan. As well as Bakugan, faction symbols are now present on all cards. Another clarification update is the addition of symbols printed on the card text to indicate victor effects and effects that draw cards. This can eventually save some space on a card if necessary, but it also makes it easier to tell what a card does at first glance. Personally, I really like these new icons. As somewhat of a returning feature, there will be gate trainers included in a variety of products. These have no impact on the full card game and serve solely as a collectible accessory or a tool for rolling practice. These resemble the gate cards from the original Bakugan franchise, and I really admire the throwback factor that these gate trainers create. Before we break down some of the new types of cards, something that should first be addressed are character cards. Every Bakugan has a character card. It's been this way since the first set. However, a lot of the character cards that we've seen so far for Armored Elite have been blank with no additional effects aside from their B power, damage rating, and cores. This is because there are additional character cards for an undetermined amount of Bakugan that will have all of the same details but with an added effect. The only example here we've seen is Chaos Pegatrix Ultra, being a double shield 501. However, there is a variant of this CC including the effect Victor, attach a Bakucore from the field to this. These new CCs with additional effect will definitely have an impact on gameplay, but it is currently unknown how players will be able to obtain these true character cards. What we do know is that the effectless variants will be the ones packaged in with the toys. I'll be sure to let you all know how to obtain them either through a video or on Twitter when we get a concrete answer. A brand new card type to talk about are dual faction cards. These cards combine the strengths of two Bakugan factions to create powerful cards that you can only have in your deck if you have Bakugan from both of these factions on your team. The only combinations in this set are the ones that match up with the faction combinations we've seen on Bakukores in the past. These being Pyrus Darkus, Aquas Darkus, Pyrus Chaos, Chaos Ventus, and Aquas Ventus. I might cover all of these cards in more detail in the future, but for right now we can take a glance at some of the seemingly stronger ones. Chaos Pyrus' Pyrobliterator, offering 700B for 2 energy. Pyrus Darkus' Dark Rage, giving a Bakugan -5 damage rating and offering another effect that decides the victor by damage rating. And Ventus Chaos' Heaven and Earth Strike, forcing you to re-roll your Bakugan and allowing you to attach an additional Bakucore from the field to it when you open. The last topic for part 1 is a very interesting combination of card types. Flip heroes are played like flips normally would be, only being able to be paid for when revealed through damage you take. However, after performing their primary effect, flip heroes are sent to the hero zone instead of the discard pile, where a secondary effect takes place as a hero. None of these new flip heroes seem to be that good at first glance, all costing 4 or more energy with mediocre effects, but I really do enjoy the concept and would love to see them return in future sets with new additions to their type. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That's it for part 1. Tune in next week for part 2, where I'll be going over all the new keyword mechanics as well as Baku gear, which I'm sure we're all excited about. Please follow me on Twitter at the RoboSensei and subscribe on YouTube for more insightful Bakugan content.